It's Elias AK-47 roaming live from the gutter, and you're listening to the OTS Project. Shots will be fired.
I'm having a good old day. I'm having a great day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just patrolling the Mojave wasteland, having a good old time. Heading on down to the strip. I got up to Freeside. I'm like, oh, this place looks cool. It looks like it's a club or something. And it says the Kings or whatever. You know, I'm gonna go check this out. I go up in there. It's just an Elvis impersonator, and the man's got a robotic dog with a brain, with a brain in a pretty much a jar, man. So I'm chatting it up, you know what I'm saying? High skill on speech, always. So I'm chatting it up with homie. I'm chatting it up, and he's like, "Yeah, man, my dog needs a new brain, but I can't make it over." So long story short, I basically just own a robotic dog now because I ended up having to take this dog to get a new brain. Got him a new brain, and then homeboy clearly loves this dog, but was just like, "Oh man, you could just keep him." So I don't know, bro. It was a weird situation. I got a robotic dog now. It's a whole thing. Honestly, great companion though.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be better than Dolly at least. I mean, I feel like you could do a lot
True.
more with a robotic dog.
True.
Than
Dolly,
1 pound. 1 pound
you know,
dog.
she doesn't do too well against the geckos. You know what I'm saying? But this dog Rex, man, he kicks some gecko ass. I'll say that much.
There you go.
Yeah. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to OTS News episode 43. Woo! Mr. Theo, what's going on with you, my boy?
I'm finally off of rush schedule. We're back to normal working hours, which is great. I got a little more energy in me. Paycheck's looking nice. That's always good. I was hanging out with a friend yesterday. We've been talking for like a year about watching Incredibles together, and we finally actually managed to do that.
Nice.
I mean, we love The Incredibles here, so I mean, it was just a very good time. Very fun movie.
Top tier.
Had a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty chill week, I guess I'd say.
Hell yeah. On my end, I am caught up on Fallout. I have watched. Well, no, technically I'm not caught up on Fallout. I have to watch the new episode that came out on Wednesday.
Right.
But I watched the 2 episodes that I did miss. So we'll dive into that because we got a little bit light news. So we'll dive into that a little bit more later on. But also on another Fallout spectrum, I did say I wanted to get into playing New Vegas again, and I have done that and I have beaten it. So
wow, that was fast.
I went through the method of streaming it through the PlayStation catalog because I swore, and obviously at some point I did own a copy of Fallout 3 and a copy of Fallout New Vegas because I played it. So when I went to look over here, I don't know what happened. Maybe you stole it. I don't know. But I don't have a copy of any Fallout game other than like 76. So I had no other choice but to stream it. And the downside to that is the streaming versions. They're bugged. They're messed up. But they don't have any DLC. There's no DLC. So, and
that sucks.
I never played any of the DLC. So I could not play the DLC. But there's a workaround. But the bugginess is the streaming capability was actually fine. I had no problem actually streaming the game. The issue is, and when I looked this up, a lot of people have been dealing with this the past like 2 months, and it's still not fixed. You have to basically have it in your catalog already, like in your collection, because if you go to the PlayStation Store or the PlayStation Plus site, and you try and launch the game, it will not like when you hit stream, it will not launch for any PS3 game for some reason. So the only reason I was able to play New Vegas is because I had previously technically played it and it was already in my catalog. So I obviously wanted to play Fallout 3 after I beat New Vegas, and I was not able to stream it at all. So I sent you a text about this the other day. I don't want to fully say this because I'm pretty sure it's not a method that you're supposed to do. But I did something to my PS3 that I thought I would never be able to do, but I was able to actually very easily do it. And so long story short, I will be playing both New Vegas and Fallout 3 again with the DLC. So yeah, we'll say I purchased physical copies. We'll just say that.
If you hit the PS3 in the right spot, it'll work out.
Right.
It's like an old TV.
Right. So yeah, that was a fun, eventful thing trying to figure out how to do that operation. And and whatnot. So I will be playing the DLCs. 'Cause I've never played the DLCs for either Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, so I'm excited to get into those. But yeah, I went with the Yes Man option though for the finish. That seems like kind of the best. They did say that's kind of a failsafe, but to me it just seemed like the best. You're kind of independent. You don't have to align with anybody. But I think on this next playthrough, I'll pick a side. I'll pick a team to side with. Not the Legion. Fuck the Legion. I don't fuck with the Legion at all. Not the Legion.
I was about to say, I was like,
Yeah,
one of those sides aren't pretty good to be siding with.
Right.
I always pick Mr. House.
Okay.
I always pick Mr. House.
I think that was the one I was leaning towards. I was helping the NCR a lot, so I almost did that. So it's probably between those two, the NCR or the Mr. House option. Is probably one of the two I'll go with.
I don't fuck with the NCR. I've never really fucked with the NCR.
They're kind of boring. I think I accidentally kind of stumbled into it because I started helping them and then I didn't realize like how effectively I was helping them, and so then I kind of just like stopped. So I was like, oh wait, hold up, I'm not sure I want to fully go down this path right now.
Right.
But yeah, I also went through. Do you know the gun, the All American?
Not off the top of my head, no.
So I like Googled. I was like, what's the best gun in New Vegas? And everybody was saying the All American. So you have to like go into this vault that's just like full of like ghouls and shit like that, and you got to just like get through, and then you eventually get to the armory of the vault, and you find the All American, which is basically just like a kind of like a scoped assault rifle. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I got this thing maybe because my weapons or my gun skill was lower, but that thing did not do anywhere near as good as I thought it was gonna do.
Right.
But I will say I did get the off rip. You can go kind of get like the like Blade Runner gun pretty easily, like from the start. So I went and got that. And when I got into that vault, bro, I was just destroying ghouls with that thing, bro. I was just ripping them apart.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
The again, I haven't fully, even though I played New Vegas back in the day, I never like fully dove into every aspect of it and all the companions. But Boone, bro, to me, I don't know if there could ever be a better companion than Boone, bro. He is insanely good. Like, he legitimately, there were times I'd be going through the wasteland and all of a sudden, like, Cazadors, which is like the fucking worst thing to encounter in that fucking game, would come through and I'm like, oh, I'm fucked. And it just keeps cutting to slow-mo shot of him just like sniping these things heads off. So I'm like,
Boone's good, man.
At any Fallout game, I'm not sure that there's a better companion than Boone, bro. He is so good. And Rex, too. When you get if you do the old lady Gibson, like, dog brain, it gives, like, an attack bonus. He was also fucking some shit up, man. He was doing pretty... Like, that was a go-to duo to have, for sure. I was like, hell yeah, that was a really good duo to have. So I might just have to run that again just for safety reasons on the next playthrough, because, yeah, that was so good. But, yeah, other than that, just vibe. I did get this brand new Darth Maul t-shirt, which is pretty cool, from Fashion Nova. I made my first Fashion Nova order, so I got that. Fitting, because we did get the trailer that dropped. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I did this week. Not really, though. I kind of just, yeah, other than that, it was just a lot of Fallout. I did watch Tron Legacy. I just watched it, my bad, because that is going to be our review for next month for Theo's birthday. So I did watch that. Still a great movie. I always love that movie. I remember seeing that movie in the theaters. Like, my dad, I was never a Tron guy, but my dad obviously grew up with the original movie and playing the arcade game and stuff like that. So he was always a Tron guy. So I remember it was 2010 when that movie came out.
2011, I think.
Something like that. I remember he was like very adamantly like, I'm going to see this movie. You going? And I was just like, sure. So I remember seeing that in the theaters. And it kind of got me. Fucking hell, I keep forgetting shit first. It kind of got me on a little kick. So I may actually watch Tron Ares later tonight too at some point, just to see. I know they don't like show up, but I know Cora is mentioned in the movie. I believe she's mentioned. I think there's a photo of them and stuff like that. So there's some, and I know Kevin Flynn is obviously in the movie. So I'm intrigued to see what's going on with him. But yeah, other than that, just vibing. So let's dive into our song of the week.
My song of the week is going to be Stricken by Disturbed. I'm still kind of in, even though overtime is over, I'm still kind of in that heavy rock, heavy metal.
It took me a second to realize what you just said.
Yeah. Another fucking banger. Absolutely incredible. I actually just found this stumbling into like on a TikTok. There's a lot of fucking great songs you could just randomly find on TikTok just out of the blue, and this is one of them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm looking, kind of looking for mine. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Fuck. I think it's.
Is it the Wheels on the Bus?
No. It is from Tron Legacy. I'm gonna stick with the Tron Legacy vibe.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh my god, which one is it though? I think it might just be The Grid. It's either The Grid or The Son of Flynn. Both very, very good songs. But that whole album,
you can put
that whole
you can
soundtrack,
put both. You can put the whole album
Right.
up there. Honestly,
right?
Like,
That whole
it's so
soundtrack in
good.
general is just insanely good, bro. Like
Yeah.
I was just vibing the whole time. Let me add this to my playlist. I'm gonna go with Son of Flynn. We'll go with that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, that whole soundtrack is insane. I was just jamming the whole time this morning watching that movie. You said Disturbed by
No, Stricken by.
my
Disturbed.
bad. Yeah. I'm thinking about Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. There we go. All right.
Same band, different song.
Right. All right. There's that Theo song of the week. All right. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, again to say, we do have playlists on YouTube Music. That's what I normally use. We have playlists. If you want to go listen to our playlist for our songs of the week each week, it is there. We both have our own playlist that I add to every week. Mr. Theo was supposed to do that on Spotify, but I don't believe he did that. But it's all good.
I'm not even on Spotify anymore.
He's not even on Spotify anymore. But all right, let's dive into our favorite part of the week, our blind rank. Thank you. That's where the transition will go.
There you go.
All right, I will start off this week, and again, maybe I'm glazing too hard with my song of the week and shit. But Mr. Theo, you are going to be blind ranking characters from Tron Legacy.
Let's go.
This is the last moment, last minute thing because I had another blind rank, but it was one that I didn't realize I think we had already done before, so I had to last minute switch it up. So, all right.
Okay.
Number one for you is going to be the main man, Sam Flynn.
I mean, he's the main man right there. He's so fucking cool.
Aura.
Shit. This is just Tron Legacy. This isn't like all
yes, no,
Tron.
it's just Tron Legacy.
Just Tron Legacy. I'll go with the 2 spot. I'll put him at the 2 spot.
All right.
He's up there.
All right. Your next one may be your number one because I feel like you have said that this character might be your favorite. It's going to be Sam Flynn's partner in crime, Cora.
I'll put Cora at the 3 spot.
Okay.
Cora's obviously pretty cool. I think she comes in a little too late, but I think in general, great character.
All right. Your next one is going to be the namesake himself, Tron/Rinsler.
That's the 1 spot right there, man. This is fucking.
Yep.
When they fucking originally made this man, they made him just be like infinite aura all the fucking time. He's the coolest motherfucker in the whole series. He's easily the 1 spot. He fights for the user, man.
He fights for the user. Your next one is going to be God himself, Kevin Flynn.
Kevin Flynn. Shit. I think I'm gonna have to put him at the 5 spot. I know he's the originator, but he doesn't really. He don't got a lot going on in this movie. I'm gonna be honest compared to some of the other characters.
Right. Well, Sam really takes his spot in this movie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Your last one is gonna be our antagonist. It's gonna be Clue.
Yeah, I figured he was gonna be the last one there. 4 spot is perfectly fine with me. I think he's a great antagonist. I just don't think he's better than the first 3 I've got up there. I'm perfectly okay with how I rank this. I think I ranked this perfectly.
Read off to me how you ranked it again, just so I.
Tron/Rinsler at the 1, Sam at the 2, Cora at the 3, Clue at the 4, Sam at the 5.
All right. So I am going to. If I have to rank this, Rinsler/Tron is number 1. Clearly, he's the best. I legitimately, the moment in this movie that I locked in most is literally when he just says, "I fight for the users," and then crashes into.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Plus the right before it, him having like the flashback in his head and shit real quick, like it's just so good. Slash, you can kind of put Alan in there because that's basically him anyway. So it's like
Right.
He obviously also looks after Sam and stuff like that. So just overall great character. Number 2, I'll probably put Sam Flynn. He's got ultimate aura, incredible, really good character. I do, even though I haven't seen Ares, I do wish they would have brought him back, and hopefully they do kind of find a way to bring him back because that would be pretty cool. Number 3, I'll put Clue at number 3. I think he's a very good antagonist. I think they did a really good job with that. Number 4, I'm going to put Kevin Flynn, and number 5, I think I'm going to put Cora. I don't know. I don't know. She don't do anything for me, man. She don't do anything for me. Even as a kid, when I watched it, I didn't care, and then just rewatching it, I was like, yeah, I don't know. There's just not much there for me to sink into compared to the other characters. So, yeah.
It's cool beans.
Yes, sir. Cool beans.
All right. It's cool beans, man. Last week I gave you Mandalorians to rank. This week I'm giving you clones.
Ooh.
A little bit of inspiration off of the Maul trailer. There weren't really too many clones.
This might be a little
Clone Wars
hard. This might be a little hard, not from a favoritism aspect, but from I got to remember who every clone is aspect. So,
I mean, I've got some pretty recognizable characters up here. There's not like,
right. If anything,
it's not like Boyle or Waxer or anything like that.
If I'm blanking, I'll just ask you to give me a refresher on who the character is.
Right. I feel like you should be able to know who all these characters are, though.
Okay. All right.
First one I'm gonna give you is Commander Cody.
Ooh, as a kid, I may have even preferred Cody more as a kid, but I won't lie, he is a punk ass bitch. After what we see him do to Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, plus now seeing the little tidbits that we got of him in Bad Batch as well, he's kind of just a bitch. So I may put him in, just because I don't know what's coming, I'll put him in the 4 spot, but really he probably should go in the 5 spot.
Okay. Next one up is we've got the Bad Batch's Wrecker.
Ooh, Wrecker. He's not my favorite character out of that crew, but how could you not like Wrecker? He's just so adorable, especially his relationship with Omega. I will put him in the 3 spot. Nice right in the middle.
Okay. Next one up, we've got Crosshair.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, Crosshair also is a punk-ass bitch, but he has way more aura than Commander Cody, so he is going in the 2 spot. I fuck with Crosshair. I'm hoping for somebody to be in the 1 spot here, so I don't want to put him fully in the 1 spot. But yeah, he was definitely one of my favorite characters in the Bad Batch for sure.
Next up, we've got Captain Rex.
All right, that is going to be my 1 spot. There's another character that I'm not sure if he's going to be next, but he could also go in the 1 spot. But yeah, I'll comfortably put Captain Rex in the 1 spot. I mean, he is the clone. He's the John Cena of the clone army, really. Like, he's just the face of the franchise. What's there to not like about him? He's just the best clone, man. He's him.
And finally, coincidentally, at your 5 spot is Fives.
Oh, okay. I mean, I like 5s, but there's not too much. I was thinking the only clone that I could have put up there with Rex that I really fucked with heavy is Hunter. Hunter is my favorite character out of the Bad Batch. So if it would have been Hunter, I would have been upset if he was in the 5s. But yeah, I fuck with 5s. Obviously, a very heavy situation with 5s. Obviously, that whole plot line about the fucking chips and shit like that, and the moment that really fucking tugged on everybody's heartstrings in the scene with Rex and Ahsoka where he's trying to fight it, and he keeps saying find him, find 5s, find him, and shit like that. But like, I don't have too much actual connection to him, so I'm okay with the list.
Okay. If I had to rank this, let's see. Honestly, I'm gonna put 5s at the 1. I love 5s. I mean, I grew up watching Clone Wars. Right. I know all about all of his character and his story and stuff like that, and I love his story so much. So, he is definitely my number 1 right there. Crosshair, I'm putting at the 2. Crosshair just has so much fucking aura. It's insane. Right. He is so fucking cool.
He is cool.
Rex is going into 3. You got to put Rex up there for sure. He is the GOAT, the John Cena. At the 4, I'm gonna do Wrecker and then Cody at the 5. I don't really care for Cody all that much.
He's not much to him. Right. He's just kind of a bitch, man. He's just kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
I think I only liked him as a kid because he was like in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like Rex isn't in like the movies. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that's why I liked him more as a kid. But in reality, like, yeah, there's really not. He doesn't get much. They honestly should have done more with
Cody
him.
was really like the only clone that really had any sort of character
Right,
to him.
right.
In the entire like movies.
Right. They should have done more with him for sure, and maybe they will in the future because there is
Yeah.
definitely some stuff that they could dive into with that character. But all right, good blind ranks. I fucked with the blind ranks this week. All right, it is time for our OTS showcase this week. Mr. Theo, I sent you this way in advance, so hopefully you did get to do a little bit of homework.
I did a little bit of research. All
right. I actually should have. I kind of messed up because I did some research last night, and I just personally messaged this person, asked for some matches, so I should have done that earlier and sent you those matches. But our OTS showcase is going to be Mr. Ron Bass Jr., good old
Hell yeah.
friend of the pod, a member of the Wrestling Nerds Radio Network, a former Wrestling Nerds Radio Network internet champion. He was just recently champion until he lost that championship to AEW's own Nyla Rose. Ronnie Bass, that's my boy. That's my homie. I hit him up. We just talk. We'll send each other reels on Instagram and shit, just random shit. Yeah, same thing. Last week we had Mr. Daniel Starling as our showcase. Ron Bass Jr. I met around the same time because they trained together. They came up as a tag team originally. I believe their tag team name was First Class. If I could be wrong, but I believe that was their tag name. So I met them at the same time because they were a tag team when they first started. And yeah, Ron Bass Jr., the son of Ron Bass, the outlaw Ron Bass. So that's obviously very, very cool. Yeah, just really good stuff. So I asked him to send me some matches. I asked Nova at first. I said, Nova, give me a RBJ match to watch, and he told me him versus John Davis from one of the fully gimmicked Punk Pro Wrestling shows. So I watched that match. That was a great match. John Davis is also another incredible wrestler that we'll have to showcase. But then I asked Ronnie, and he sent me a match against Kerry Awful, and he sent me a match against AEW's most recent signee, Myron Reed. Both incredible matches. Ron Bass Jr. What I love about Ron Bass Jr. is he's obviously a big boy. He's a big guy. And he works that way. He works like a big guy, but he ain't afraid to bump. Obviously, there's this big thing of you're a big guy, and you need to you got to protect yourself and whatnot. And I agree with that. But there comes a time where it's like, hey man, you gotta work. Like sometimes you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You don't wanna, like, yeah, sure, everybody wants the Goldberg run of come in, just kill everybody and make a shit ton of money. But like that's not very like creatively fulfilling, you know what I'm saying? So it's like at some point you do gotta protect yourself as a big guy, but at some point you gotta kind of take some bumps and do some crazy shit a little bit to really, you know, make some fun shit. So that's what I love about him. Every match I watched is very simple. Do a little bit of somebody, you know, the guy kind of hits the ropes and tries to take him down. It doesn't work. And then the guy takes his leg out. And that's how, boom, okay, now he's down. And now you can start working around a little bit. But yeah, incredible stuff. I really love Ron Bass Jr. I think he's great. I think he's the future of pro wrestling. More people need to really put the rocket on him. And honestly, like, from what I was watching, I was like, obviously against Myron Reed, that's a huge match and whatnot. But I'm like, why are people not using this guy in like programs? Put him in some storylines. Put him in some main event matches. Like give this man 30 minutes to just go out and work. Because all the matches I saw were like 10 to maybe 15 minutes. Like give this man 30 minutes against a Myron Reed and let them just fucking tear the house down. You know?
Yeah, I feel like if you get this man a 30-minute match, he's gonna tear the house down. Absolutely. I haven't seen like full matches, but I was watching a good number of like highlight clips and stuff like that. And
Right.
You're definitely right that like he knows how to be a big man, but he is definitely like not afraid to like do crazy shit. Like I was seeing like clips of him flying through like the middle rope and stuff like that, and dives and some sort of shit like that.
Right.
I've seen clips of him like his clotheslines are insane.
Yeah, them
It is,
lariats,
like,
man.
freight trains, bro.
The
There was
fucking
one
lariats.
where I don't know who he was facing, but like the guy went up to do like some sort of like springboard like splash almost, and he literally just like lariats him out of the sky, and it looks like he took his head off with that thing,
Kills
man.
him.
It is
Yeah.
crazy. I love it. I love it when big men like know how to work in the ring real good like that. It is always
Right.
such a fucking treat.
It's good shit, man. Yeah. I want more for Ron Bass Jr. He just got a little bit of aura on him. That big boy got a little aura on him. He was coming out.
He's got a little bit.
Like
it's
his
Southern
entrances?
aura. That's what it is. It's Southern aura.
Right. And those entrances, he'd be coming out and he's just like, Yeah, I'm here. What's up? What's up with it? I'm here. I'm in this bitch. What's
He
up?
knows
Like
what
he
he's got.
just
He knows what he's got.
right. He got like a little Keith Lee aura in the entrance of like, yeah, it's me. I'm here. Like we gonna vibe out a little bit, but once that bell
Yeah.
rings, I'm gonna beat the shit out of somebody. So yeah, yeah, I
he's
love
great.
it, bro. He's awesome. Definitely needs more. So yeah, that's our OTS showcase. Mr. Ron Bash Jr. Go check him out. He's doing really good stuff. I believe he moved out of Florida. He's in the Midwest now, so I'm not sure exactly where in the Midwest he moved to. Because I'm a great friend and I know where my friends live, you know. But but yeah, so he's not in Florida. He's not taking bookings in Florida, but he's taking bookings in the Midwest. So if you're out in the Midwest and shit like that, I believe book this man, get him on some shows,
Check him
use
out.
him, yes, or go to a show and check him out, watch him work because you will not be disappointed. All right, we got a little bit of news, not too much, we just got a little bit here. Which is kind of good because you know the past few weeks of Philly we've had a good amount. So starting off, Darth Maul, we got a trailer, the first official trailer for Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. I did a reaction, like I waited and did a reaction video on my YouTube. Man, I said it in that video. They cooked. That shit was
They
looking
did. They
nice and
absolutely
juicy.
did.
Nice and juicy.
First off, animation crisp to a fucking T. They fucking nailed it with that
Right.
animation. It looks incredible. The animation, art style, all of it looks incredible.
It does look great. I did see people pointing out that like there's certain characters that have actual like singular strands of hair and shit like that. Like they really are locking in on the animation. I did
They're
see
locking
somebody. This is a very L take. Somebody said, "God forbid they find another animation style." No. Why would they?
It's perfect.
Right.
It's perfect.
And especially like okay, Rebels has a different animation style. I can kind of see why they went that way because that is a very distant thing from Clone Wars. Like obviously, yes, it does kind of connect in certain ways, but like that's a very different timeline in a sense, like a different time frame. But like Clone Wars, Bad Batch, and Maul all take place within the same time. So why would you do a different animation style if it's all supposed to be connected and at the same time? Like you know what I'm saying? Plus, again, Rebels has different animation. Star Wars Visions has different animation. The Young Jedi Academy. So it's like they do use different animation styles. It's just like that shit is obviously all connected. So it's like why would that not be the same animation style? You know.
And they know this animation style works. People love
Right.
this animation style. Like
Right.
every time they've tried to like change the animation style, there have been like complaints about it.
Right. People
to certain
are
different
not.
degrees.
There's a lot of people that were not happy with the Rebels animation style.
Yeah. So it's good that they're keeping it. It works. They know
Right.
it works and it looks great.
But the actual trailer, they didn't give away a lot. I have no clue. I mean, we know what the story is in the sense of Maul is trying to rise up through the criminal underworld, but we don't know what the actual main kind of story is other than it does seem like they're going the true Star Wars route of giving him some sort of young person to have to escort around and stuff like that. But yeah, obviously we had some Inquisitors show up, which is cool. We had Merrick from Ahsoka show up, and the like seventh brother, so the guy that fought Ahsoka at the end of Tales of the Jedi. I'm forgetting which number.
Right.
Inquisitor. So hopefully we get a couple more Inquisitors. That would be cool. And I did say in my reaction, I think that'll be a very interesting part of this show is watching Maul climb through the criminal underworld while he has the Inquisitors like chasing his ass the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a very interesting part of the show. The biggest takeaway I think a lot of people noticed was obviously this female Twi'lek that makes an appearance that we've already known about. I believe her name is Devin, like her actual name is like Devin or something like that.
Okay.
I know obviously the big thing is people are wondering, is this Darth Talon? Does this girl become Darth Talon? I hope so. I think that would be a very cool way to tie things in. I don't think that the show is going to be hindered if it's not, but I do think it should be. Clearly, again, we know this character's name is Devin, but I would imagine Darth Talon, that's her Sith name.
Right.
Like her actual name isn't Talon. And I also thought like if Maul is the one that like gives her that Sith name, a Talon is like, you know, a claw, right? If we look at like Batman, the Court of Owls, their fucking mercenaries are called the Talons, right? So it's like
Right.
that's what if he gives it, that's his thing. It's he gives her that name, Darth Talon, saying you're my like you're my claw, you're my, you know what I'm saying, you're my killer, right? So like that to me makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I hope it does end up that clearly she's a Force user. That's something we noticed. She does like a big ass jump onto a ship. Plus, we see a blue lightsaber that clearly belongs to her, whether it's one she built or maybe she stole or something like that. I'm not sure, but she's got a blue lightsaber that she's wielding around there a couple times. So clearly, she does have some sort of force sensitivity. There was a Jedi Master who his name was revealed, and it's a hilarious name, but I'm forgetting what it was. But I wonder who that is. Is that her former master that's trying to help find her, stuff like that? It'll be very interesting. But I do think that her fate is gonna lie within the dark side for sure.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Again, everything from the trailer looked really, really good.
Yeah.
A lot of those like fighting, like a lot of what Maul was doing in terms of like fighting and stuff like that, I
Right.
thought was just super impressive. Like he is always just such a cool character.
Of course.
When it comes to both just aura farming in general and also
Right.
just his fighting style and whatnot. So I'm very
Some,
excited to see what happens with that.
Some other things I noticed. The Pike Syndicate makes an appearance. There was a shot of,
Yep,
of
of
them
course,
running around.
the Pikes are always there.
Again, I mean, this is all about the crime. So I'm sure the
Yeah.
Hutts, the Pikes, all the different syndicates and families are going to be rolling up. So that's going to be fun to see. We got some very early stormtroopers roll up. I saw the stormtroopers, and they had the helmet style that like Ezra steals in Rebels and stuff. So some very early on stormtroopers and stuff. There were moments too. There's a shot where Maul has the hood. He has the hood on, and he has the double bladed red lightsaber. Very heavy Phantom Menace vibes.
Yep.
I instantly was like, yeah, he looks like he did in Phantom Menace. There, I was like, that's sick. I'm excited. Maul, I think he's your favorite character. He's in my top
my
5 for
favorite.
sure. He's definitely in my top 5. So we are very excited. We'll definitely be keeping up with each episode. The first 2 episodes drop April 6th. So we will be we'll be keeping up with this and talking about this on the pod the whole time because, he's so goated in the Clone Wars style. Everything is lining up. Sam Witwer posted I don't know if you saw, he posted a photo on his socials of like, I'm forgetting what they're called, but like the Star Wars miniatures. I know he paints those. So he made like almost like a little diorama of like Maul, and on one side was like some stormtroopers fighting against him, and on the other side were Inquisitors fighting against him, and it just said like, I forgot what the caption said, but it said something like "Let the games begin" or something like that. April 6th, and so like just I can't wait. I love Sam Witwer. Such a cool dude.
He's goated, man.
Such a cool dude.
He's
So
goated.
I'm excited. So yeah, that's really cool stuff. Some other news. It has begun. It has begun. The little trickling of WWE 2K26 stuff is starting to come out. We're gonna obviously cover this because that was a very heavy part of the original kind of run here. Our first couple episodes outside of our Royal Rumble special, our whole first month of podcast last year was about wrestling games and WWE 2K25. So we're definitely gonna be covering 2K26. Although I'm not sure I'm gonna be picking it up. I do need to see what's gonna be going on.
I'm definitely not picking it up.
I'm pretty happy with 2K25, but there were some leaked things. I'm not sure how real it is or whatnot, but it would seem CM Punk is going to be the cover star, which does not shock me at all. It would seem that the showcase mode is going to feature CM Punk. It's going to be heavily CM Punk-ified, which I'm not upset about. There's a rumor that the draft feature is actually going to finally be implemented into Universe mode, which I hope is the case. And there was some matches that I guess got leaked. There's supposed to be the return of the I Quit match. There's supposed to be a dumpster match, which obviously we know in the past year Chelsea Green and Michin had a dumpster match, so that's where that came from. And there was a couple other matches that were in that thing, but I'm kind of forgetting what they were, unless you know what they are. But I don't know. My biggest thing is I'm very happy with 2K25, and the issue is like the roster. I have to see, right, because the roster from what I'm looking at, the only people that that'll be added that I'm intrigued to even utilize will be like Rey Fenix and AJ Lee, but it would seem I may be cooked because CM Punk and Steve Corino had a feud in Ring of Honor, which obviously they're not going to utilize Ring of Honor, but they can utilize an indie venue, because in like they've been posting, who do you think is going to be the cover star? And they featured Steve Corino, which they normally don't do. So I'm like, fuck, bro. Are they going to put Steve Corino? If they put Steve Corino in the game, now I have to get this fucking game. So it'll be really interesting. Also, Ricky Saints, even though I'm not a huge Ricky Saints guy, it was weirdly enough, in his section of the thing, it said Ricky Saints, but above it just randomly says Starks. So a lot of people, they obviously had a feud in AEW, which again they're not going to use AEW, but they could use a fantasy whatever. So a lot of people are wondering, oh, are they going to put in Ricky Saints, obviously, but are they also going to put in a Ricky Starks version of the character? So it's definitely intriguing. I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen here. I saw somebody's wish list of some legends they would love to have in the game, and it's a lot of ruthless. It was Tajiri, Billy Kidman, literally just my list as well. I'm like, man, if Billy Kidman and Tajiri are in the game, I'm fucking cooked. So yeah, we'll have to keep updated to see what officially is going to be going down, but I am slightly intrigued. That's what I'll say. I'm slightly intrigued by what could be possibly coming in 2K26.
I'm not really that intrigued at all. I gotta be honest. I maybe played 2K25 for like a month or two, and I was like, I'm kind of done with it, honestly. Like I really can't justify spending the money on that kind of game when I'm really not just gonna be playing it all that much, because I really haven't been playing this current one all that much. So.
Right.
It probably won't happen for me. I'll probably play it once or twice at your house or something like that. But other than that,
I mean, you also there are sales and Black Friday sales where it'll be a lot cheaper.
There's sales and stuff like that. So yeah,
so
it could be later on.
We'll have to see. But all right, Fallout. We'll talk about a little bit here, because I have caught up. I haven't caught up with the most recent one, but I've caught up with the other two episodes. I'm not gonna lie, maybe I'm stupid, but I feel like I'm a little confused on where the story overall is going here, man. Like, obviously I know Lucy.
I've been feeling that as well.
Okay, because obviously we know Lucy is trying to get to her dad, and now we're at a port where she's about to, you know what I'm saying, with the hobo guy and whatnot. But yeah, like the overall story of everything else, I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on with the ghoul and his non-ghoulified version back in the day, talking to Mr. House, and I'm like, I love seeing that stuff. Obviously, New Vegas is my favorite game. So seeing Mr. House, seeing the strip, all that shit, I love seeing. But the actual like meat and potatoes of what's going on in the story, yeah, I'm very like, what the fuck's going on?
Honestly, outside of like the ghoul trying to get back to his like wife and daughter and stuff like that, every other storyline just really kind of seems like it's just going in like no direction. Like Maximus' storyline of like trying to like protect what was it, the cold fusion or whatever the fuck that was.
Right.
I don't know where that's really going. The whole thing where all of like the vault dwellers from 31 gain out, I couldn't fucking tell you where that's going. Like there's like 5 storylines going on, and only one of them seems like it's actually going in some sort of relative direction here.
Right. That the vault dweller storyline with what the hell is the kid Moises Arias' character's name?
Oh, I have no idea what his name is.
Okay, Moises Rico. We'll call him Rico. Rico from Hannah Montana. That was my favorite. Like, that was the storyline I was most intrigued by in season 1, is him being up in that vault and whatnot. And yeah, now I'm also just like, what's the deal? Where are they going? What's the point of any of this? So I don't know. Maybe, but that could be a good thing, because shit could catch us by surprise at some point. You know what I'm saying? But seems like it may not be a good thing. It seems like we're very just kind of lost and confused on everything except for some pretty straightforward shit. Again, seeing the landmarks and stuff is really cool. Seeing the strip, seeing Mr. House and whatnot is very cool. The Deathclaw. Yeah, that was a big fuck that. I instantly was like, yeah, fuck that shit. And it is funny because they don't fight them. They just like, they get the fuck out of there, which is funny, which makes so much sense, because in reality, like, if you were playing as these people, you know what I'm saying, if you're playing as these people, you would have to do the same thing, because you, like, they don't have the infantry to go against this thing. They've got a fucking revolver and whatever the fuck Lucy's got. Like, they don't have shit. So, yeah, I instantly was like, yeah, fuck that. I would instantly get the fuck out of there. Seeing the ghoulified kings was also pretty cool. That was cool to see.
I wish they still had some character to them, man. I'm gonna be honest. I felt a little bit disappointed with that. I was like, the whole point of their identity is that they are like impersonators of Elvis Presley, and they're not able to impersonate anymore because now they're just zombies, pretty much.
Right. But it was still cool to see the actual, like, them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, seeing Victor and shit like that was cool. But yeah, I am a little confused on where everything's going, so I'm a little concerned, I guess, on the future of the Fallout show.
Lucy getting addicted to drugs, I think, has been one of the best parts of this whole season.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's so realistic, to just playing Fallout and just getting addicted to drugs like that right out the gate.
I remember in episode 1 of season 2, people, maybe I don't know how you feel about this, but people were saying that wasn't that wasn't like Novak. But what other fucking big ass dinosaur is there? Like, that has to be Novak, bro. Because the thing is, it was facing the wrong way. Like, it was facing the actual dinosaur was facing like the hotel kind of area.
Right.
Whereas in the game, it faces out.
It faces out, yeah.
But like, what that has to be Novak. There's no way that was not Novak.
I don't know what they're talking about. That's gotta be Novak.
So that was obviously cool to see, especially again playing the game recently and like rediscovering all these landmarks that I remember from as a kid and shit, and then seeing it or reminiscing on seeing it in the show has been really, really fucking cool. So yeah, but overall the story, I am a little confused, a little concerned on where we're going here.
I feel like the newest episode kind of answers a few questions, especially with like Lucy and her dad and stuff like that.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
You gotta catch up a little bit, yeah.
But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Is there any other stuff that I missed though? That like any characters or landmarks that I missed?
Shit. I don't think. I mean, there was the cowboy robot shows up. What's it, Victor?
Yeah, it's Victor. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, Victor. Shit. That might be. I mean, Caesar's Legion. We get a little bit of them.
That's true.
They're kind of divided. NCR, we get really less of them. There's only like 2 of them.
Right.
Shit.
No cons.
No cons. Not yet,
no powder,
at least, but
no powder gangers.
No powder gangers. No followers of the apocalypse.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see. Maybe this is just me. I would have and would still like to see some sort of them having to go to Good Springs for some reason. I just love that town so much. Like that town just has
the
such
starter
a whole
town. You gotta love Good Springs.
Right. It's just got such a place in my heart because it's so chill. So I would love to see a reason for them to have to go to Good Springs or something like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool for sure. They definitely got to show up at Hoover Dam at some point. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
That'll probably be season finale sort of stuff, but
right.
I feel like they got to go there for sure.
But also too, we got to think like, what season 3 they could still be in Nevada in season 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to go somewhere else. They could do season 3 also in like New Vegas stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I do want to see more seasons where they go to DC and what like more of the game places and stuff. But spending a few seasons in one place would be good too. Just to, especially again, New Vegas is such a beloved game, such a big game, such an impactful game. I feel like you kind of can't just cram that all into one like 8 episode season. You got to kind of spread it out a little bit, to be able to really see everything: the NCR, the Hoover Dam, Novak, Good Springs, fucking Nipton, New Vegas, Mr. House, Powder Gangers, NCR. Like I said, the Great Call, like everything. To get everything in there, you do kind of gotta stretch it out a little bit. So yeah,
right.
All right, let's dive into our actual discussion though. This is definitely a little out of the ordinary for us here. This is not a nerdy show. This is more just a guilty pleasure show for Mr. Theo and I that we've watched since the beginning. So we're going to talk about season 1 of Euphoria because you recently just rewatched it. You rewatched both seasons. I just rewatched season 1. I am now on like episode 2 of season 2, so I'm rewatching season 2. So we're going to dive into a little kind of review, discussion, little look back on season 1 of Euphoria. I don't want to go like fully like every aspect of every single episode, but we'll just talk about it a little bit here. So, Mr. Theo, where do we want to start?
Ooh. Damn, I really don't know where to start, honestly.
Right, there's a lot.
There's a lot to unpack here. I mean, it's such a crazy show. And I feel, or I fear mainly, that I'm going to mix up season 1 and season 2 stuff on accident if I do.
I feel like I can kind of help with that because season 1 is still fresher in my memory.
You are a little bit fresher on this, and I rewatched season 1 like a month ago, so it's not the freshest in my mind, but I still remember a good amount of things. We can just talk about Ruined Jewels. I feel like that was a pretty big portion of season 1 right there. That's a good place to start.
Okay. All right, so Rue, clearly, drug addict. Boo.
Boo, drugs. We hate drugs here.
Yeah, clearly drug addict. Clearly, obviously, it starts off after she had already overdosed. We pick up with her after she had already dealt with that. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. It just she's on. It's so sad because she ends up on the right path and she's doing great. There's legitimately like 2 episodes where she legitimately does not touch a single drug at all. Like she's just going very well, and then shit just. And that season finale, bro, when that shit happens with Jules, it just goes right back to where it was, man. It's so sad to see. So sad to see.
Bro, when she picked up the drugs again right at that season finale, I was literally just at my TV like, no, Rue, don't do it. I know what you're going to do.
But
don't do it. And
I will say,
I was like, shit.
I will say it does end up giving us a banger of an ending though with that song, that performance. True. That shit is so shit is so good. And that song, honestly, that should have probably been my song of the week. That All For Us or whatever it is, because that song has been stuck in my head since I rewatched that finale.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Jules she's got a lot of problems, but she seems like she really does mean well. Very wild kind of start though. Her just straight up fucking Nate's dad, man. That was wild. And
that's a big part of the plot right there. Is just Nate holding that over Jules' head the entire season.
Right. And very, very intense too. It wasn't a normal session. It was very, very intense. And this dumb fuck, like fucking, fucking Angus Cloud's character, fucking drug dealer. I'm blanking.
Shit.
Best character in the show.
No, not Ash. Fuck.
That's the brother.
That's the kid. Fuck.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Right? How am I blanking on this? Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. We don't know shit, I guess.
Right, we're just idiots yapping into a microphone.
Yeah, what happened?
I said we're just idiots yapping into a microphone.
Oh, yes. Fezco.
Fezco, yes. best character in the show. Like he says in
the show, we forgot his fucking name.
Yeah, I know. Like he says in season 2, like you are really just one fucking idiot, huh? Because why would you film yourself having sex with a fucking 17-year-old girl? Yeah, so that is obviously a huge part of the plot. Is not just Nate holding over head, but obviously the dad's kind of character progression and just everything. Obviously Jules, she's texting a guy named Tyler. Bro, that shit, hold on. That shit.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That was
crazy.
My biggest. So, they're at a party. Maddie and Nate have been broken up. They broke up, or they're on a break, or whatever the fuck. Nate, a very toxic relationship, insanely toxic relationship.
Yes.
Nate is having fun with a girl, so Maddie gets like a little jealous, or he rolls up with a girl, whatever it is, gets a little jealous, decides to grab a random guy, take him into the pool, and then decides to just have sex with him in the middle of that pool. So honestly, toxic, but really no harm foul, nothing illegal. Really, well, I technically yes, something illegal happens, but it's not the end of the world. Until you find out that guy was 20 and she was 17. But in his defense, he did not know that. He assumed she was also of age, because she was also drinking and shit like that. So like he assumed she was of age, and whatnot. Yeah, until Nate Jacobs gets himself into a little situation, and well, at first he just goes to beat the shit out of this kid and legitimately beats the living shit out of this kid, and then it comes back around with the whole Maddie thing and whatnot, where Nate puts his hands on Maddie and then has to find a way to get out of this legal situation. So then goes and tells him that you're gonna have to take the fall for this. That poor kid, man. I felt so bad for this poor kid.
That's terrible.
But I'll also say, on his end, bro, fight back. Like, he didn't even try and fight back, man. I don't care. Like, here's my thoughts, right? Maybe this is just me as a person, right? The first time he shows up, he already said, I already got your fucking baseball bat. You don't go for the weapon. And so he immediately just starts backing up and starts crying and, like, gets on his knees. I would never do that, bro. I would have been like, I don't care if I don't have a weapon, and I don't care that you're 7 foot and way stronger than me. I'm still fighting for my life, bro. I'm still fighting. Like, I'm not just gonna let you beat the shit out of me. If you're gonna beat the shit out of me, you're gonna earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just gonna get away with that. So that was my thing. I'm like, bro, at least try and fight back. He just fully gave up immediately. So that was my
place your comments down below. Who wins in a fight, Kyle Bridger or Jacob Elordi?
No, I'm not saying I'm gonna win in that fight. But that's my thing. I'm not saying I'm winning that fight. I know I'm not winning that fight. But I'm not just gonna let somebody beat the shit out of me. I'm gonna put up the biggest fight that I can. I know I'm getting my ass beat, but at least I'll get a few licks in. You know what I'm saying? That's my moral of the story. Yeah, that poor kid felt so bad. Just completely got screwed. Jules also got screwed because she had to testify against him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this is where my toxicity comes in because Maddie is a horrible person, is a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. But, man, is she attractive.
That's not where I thought you were going with that. I mean, I should have expected that's where you were going with that, but that's not. Right. I thought it was like, oh, okay, he kind of relates to Maddie on that sort of like toxicity level almost, and you were just like, nope.
No, she's just attractive. So honestly, I may have also fallen into Nate's trap because I would have been like, I don't know, man, she's too hot to let go. I guess I don't know. But yeah. So obviously, not a great person. They deal with their whole thing. Nate is obviously the whole antagonist of this whole fucking show. Just a complete piece of shit.
Awful asshole.
Right.
Hate that guy.
So back to Jules. She's texting with this guy Tyler. You find out no, it's actually Nate. And Nate is just like clearly gay but does not want to accept it and doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like he's clearly in that world and doesn't want to accept it. So instead of going with it, he basically just blackmails her and tells her, you know, you got to do what I say. And they go, I didn't even realize the name Tyler was that kid's name. Like I completely forgot about that until he goes back to his house and calls him Tyler. And I was like, oh my God, this guy, he had this plan from the jump. Like he had this plan from the beginning. So I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, the fucking carnival, that was the apex of like the whole season, bro.
That shit was fucking crazy when fucking Jules walks up to the fucking chili stand and the dad is there. Oh my God, you could feel the tension there, man.
Right.
It was crazy.
Right. And then he ends up catching up with her and is like begging for mercy, which is not in his character. He's very much
not in his character,
very much eat the weak and take what you want. Never apologize for anything. And he's almost on his hands and knees crying and begging for her to not do anything. Which, honestly, I mean, it makes sense. Like, his whole life would be completely fucking destroyed. And he'd be sitting in a prison probably for the rest of his life. So, like, just insane. And then, obviously, in the same sense, you have the whole thing with Maddie where she embarrasses Nate. And he fucking yokes her against the damn trailer, bro. Like, he Hulk smashes her almost through the fucking trailer.
Right.
Like, it's just absolutely insane. So, that whole carnival was just... fucking fucking crazy, bro. Just crazy shit. Crazy shit. We got Fez. That shit, talk about uncomfortable. The scene where Rue is at the house and the guy Mouse shows up. God, that shit is so uncomfortable, bro. So hard to watch. Very uncomfortable. Fez, this is why though he's like the best character, just straight up always got Rue's back even when she's being a complete piece of shit. That's like his little sister, you know what I'm saying? Fez having the gun in the cushion and him like putting his hand on it when shit was getting scary, man. I'm like, oh man, it's uncomfortable, but it's good. Like it's so tense, you know.
Right.
Yeah, just crazy shit. Ashtray, even though he doesn't have any character development in this season.
Ash is a killer, bro. I don't care. He is a straight fucking gangster.
He's just waiting for a reason, bro.
He's waiting for a reason to kill anybody, bro. I swear, every time, man. Every time it just pans to him, it's just he's just looking at the guy like just ready to go at any time.
Give him a reason. Just give him a reason. Just give him a reason. Yeah. We got the whole storyline with Cassie and the fuck is the boyfriend's name?
Oh
shit.
I don't.
Google. It's like Mick something. They keep calling him like by his last name. They don't call him by his first name.
Yeah, something like that. McKay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'd never heard him get called Chris once in that whole show.
Yeah, it was always just McKay. Yeah.
So we got that whole thing. That's honestly like probably the most tame storyline in the whole thing. Just Cassie clearly being in love with this guy, but he's got other motives with football and college and stuff like that. Same deal on Uncomfortable and Insane. The scene where they're hooking up and then the like football team breaks in the room and holds him down butt ass naked. Yeah, and then he comes out and takes out his aggression on her in a sexual way. Just so uncomfortable. That's what they do a great job in this show of, is just making very uncomfortable scenes. But you can't stop watching. Sure. You can't stop watching.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a whole thing. Obviously, we know they don't end up together, but like that's a whole ordeal you have to deal with and watch. Yeah, Lexi doesn't have much going on here. She just shows up. She also is one of the best characters of the show. She's just like
she's way
so
more of a
sweet.
season 2 character.
Yeah, definitely has way more character and story in season 2. But just such a sweet girl. Like she does not deserve to be around these people. Like she deserves way better than dealing with like these horrible, disgusting people.
You want to talk about great character? Let's talk about her mom, bro.
Yeah,
Cassie's mom. She's top
who's
5
also
for sure.
who's also Ted's mom, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Dude, such a great character.
Doesn't she also show up in Fallout? I feel like she shows up in like this season of Fallout.
Does she?
I feel like I could be wrong.
You may be confused because the one congresswoman lady is the drug dealer.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking
of.
My bad.
That's what you're thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Season 2 character.
Yeah.
But yeah, this show is just absolutely insane. Season 1 is insane. We have Kat, who has a very wild,
I
interesting
can't
storyline.
stand Kat and her story. I think that's the worst part of the show for me. I can't stand it.
Yeah, it's definitely the poor again, forgetting his character, Austin Abrams' character, the kid that likes her, felt so bad so bad for him, especially in season 2 because they end up breaking up and it just makes the whole breakup just makes absolutely no fucking sense at all.
Right.
It's just very left field and has no actual explanation other than like they just wanted to butcher her character, I guess. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just but yeah, she's a very unlikable character, just very very weird. That's again, talk about uncomfortable. That scene with the dude with the literal fucking microscopic penis was fucking crazy. Like just so wild, bro.
I skipped over that. I was like, I cannot sit through this. I can't do it.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, it seems like the meat and potatoes obviously is Nate's storyline, kind of with Jules and with again, talk about very uncomfortable. Obviously, a very heavy part of Nate's whole character is this fucking porn collection that he discovered at like 10 years old, that has just been lingering in his brain every day since that his dad is not only a pedophile but is like into some really fucking intense shit with really just anybody, not even just like a teenager, just men, women, everybody.
Anybody.
Yeah, so that's a very big part of his character. So again, talking about very uncomfortable scenes. The scene after like prom or whatever, where he gets into the fight with his dad and is like pinned to the ground, right? And almost has a fucking like seizure out of rage, and just is like kicking and smacking his head on the fucking thing.
Dude, that was crazy.
Like I don't know. I'm assuming you fully picked up on. Like he wasn't just mad that he got his ass kicked. He was envisioning himself as those people that's being pinned down. Like he essentially non-sexually, what happened to him non-sexually is what his dad is doing to those people. So like that was the whole reason why he was filled with rage and was freaking the fuck out, because he became what he was basically terrified of. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, just absolutely fucking insane stuff, bro. Insane stuff.
We definitely have to talk about Rue's like relationship with like her mother and her sister and stuff like that, because that's another big part of the show.
Obviously, probably the real climax and probably the best scene in the whole show. It's in season 2, so we'll talk about it later. But the drug suitcase mental breakdown kind of scene with the mom.
Oh my god, that's peak acting, bro.
Yes,
peak acting.
Yes, I'm not sure if Zendaya got an Emmy for that, but if she didn't, she deserved to.
She got robbed. She got robbed if she didn't.
I think she did. I think it was during the pandemic or something like that, because I feel like she had to like accept it on Zoom. So I think she did, because that was absolutely an incredible scene. But that all kind of gets let up by what's happening in season 1 with her mother and all that stuff. Just again, just very sad relationship. Obviously, Rue is still hurting from the fact that her dad is gone. I can relate to that. I get it. I see it. So she's just all over the place with stuff, and it's just very, very kind of rude. But then you do have moments where she's they actually do connect and they all kind of do bond and stuff like that. So it's like, again, just a great job, because those few scenes of them having actual connection and love and kind of intimacy and stuff like that with each other is what makes all the other stuff 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I think it also just adds like a whole level of realism there, into where it's like up and down and stuff like that. And that's especially what leads so much to in season 2, just like the mother just breaking down and just being like, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. Because it just keeps happening every time. Just when you think she's on the up and up again, she just crashes back down and shit.
Right. My least favorite episode, I don't remember if this is season 1 or season 2. It may be season 2. But my least favorite episode in the whole show is the fucking episode where she doesn't pee. I cannot stand that fucking episode. I almost skipped that whole episode. I can't stand that shit.
Is that the one where she like goes to her friend's house and stuff like that, and they have like the whole? Oh no, wait, that's season 2, I think, where she goes to like the friend's house, and they try to have intervention, and then she
that's she was having like withdrawals or something like that. So it's kind of similar.
Oh, that's withdrawal. Yeah. Okay.
No, there's an episode again. I don't remember if it's season 1 or season 2. There's an episode where she was depressed. It may be season 2 because she may be depressed over Jules. But she's depressed, and she just sits in bed watching Love Island, and like it's a legitimate thing where she does not use the bathroom for 24 hours and has like her kidney like starts to fucking die because she just. And so to me, I'm just like because they keep showing these like close up shots of like what's happening inside of her body, and I do not like that shit. I can't stand like guts and blood. All of it skeeves me the fuck out. But also, I'm like, listen, I've been depressed. Maybe I ain't been that depressed, but I've been very depressed. Never has it ever stopped me from getting out of bed to go fucking take a piss. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just never understood. I was like, that shit is just, I can't. It's so annoying. I can't stand that episode.
I can understand that. It's a bit of a wacky concept in a sense.
Right.
I mean, it's not like unrealistic for that to kind of happen. Just that sort of like level of like depression and also just like kind of also drug use in a combination sort of sense. Right. But also at the same time, it's just like, go piss, girl. What are we talking about?
It's literally like 20 steps out of your door.
Right.
Let's see. Obviously, the big moment. Before that, Jules ends up going to some city. I'm not even sure what city exactly, and is like connecting with some friends and ends up hooking up with some girl, which is kind of a whole ordeal because then when she comes back home, she's kind of obsessing over this girl, while Rue pretty clearly has feelings for her and is developing feelings for her, which I've been in that situation where I have feelings for somebody and they're actively talking about the person that they're talking to, and I'm just like, oof, why don't you just fucking take a dagger and stab me in the chest with it, you know? So I understand Rue being upset about that and stuff like that. They go to prom. The prom gets fucking a little wild too, and whatnot. But then we have like this big moment where they decide let's just run away. We'll go to the city. We'll go hang out with your friends, and we'll just run away. And it's such a great idea. And then they go to Jules' house to pack a bag, and Rue starts having second thoughts. Maybe this isn't a good idea. I got my mom and my sister. They're going to be worried. They're going to think I died. Stuff like that. Here's my issue. I mean, obviously, I understood Jules was excited and just wanted to go and da-da-da. But, like, the moment that Rue voices concerns, I would not have been like, no, bro, it'll be good. I'll be like, okay, this girl's not in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could tell. Like, because then my thing is, like, they go to the train station and Rue, you know, leaves her and Jules goes and Rue stays. And then that's going to be, like, a whole big ordeal and emotional issue. But it's like, in my mind, I would have already known from the first time she voiced concerns that, okay, she's probably not going, you know? Right. So, like, why would I be crying and be upset that she didn't go? I would be like, yeah, I understand. Yeah. She's probably not going, you know? So that was one of my gripes. I'm just like, yeah, it seems a little... Maybe that's how women deal with things. I don't know. But, like, being upset and, like, depressed because the person didn't get on the train with you when they were voicing concerns about how they probably weren't getting on the train with you, it seems like you're setting yourself up for some self-sabotage, I guess. But also at the prom, so Rue, this is one of the more fun aspects of season 1. Rue is trying to piece together what's going on with Nate. She knows something's going on with, like, Jules, kind of, and the dad. Now she obviously knows the stuff with Jules and the dad. So Rue and Lexi are in their detective modes, which I thought was hilarious.
Where that was so funny. I love
doing that little detective stuff. So at the prom, that also kind of comes to a head where Rue just straight up confronts him outside and is like, yeah, I feel like I know exactly what the fuck's going on here. And I do like it because it's funny. Like, Nate, obviously, the moment Nate starts to feel threatened about something by somebody, he just instantly tries to find whatever he can to throw in their face, right? Like most people probably in an argument, trying to find whatever you can to hurt that person. But, like, there's not much that could really hurt Rue. You know what I'm saying? Like, her family doesn't really have dirt. her dad died. Like, what are you gonna throw in the fact that her dad's dead? Like, that's not
Right.
an insult. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than the drugs, which Rue seems pretty desensitized to as an insult, at least, there's not much you could do. So I did like that idea of like Nate being like trying to find things to say. And there was one, I think he said something about Jules, that kind of got to Rue. But in general, I did like Nate not really being able to get like crack through. You know what I'm saying? Not being like everybody, he's able to crack through and fuck them up mentally. Not Rue. She was just like, yeah, buddy, I don't care. You can literally say whatever. Just go fuck yourself and leave my friends alone. You know?
Yeah.
So, very interesting. Is there anything else that we need to talk about?
Underrated character in my opinion a little bit. What's his fucking name? Ollie, the guy at the like Narcotics Anonymous that he and Rue kind of like become friends.
Coleman
And he
Domingo's
kind of becomes
character.
a little bit like a he kind of becomes like a little bit of like a mentor, kind of like
Yes.
trying to show her the light and stuff like that. And he's able to like cluck instantly like, you're not off drugs. I know what it's like being off drugs.
Right.
You are not off drugs. I could tell instantly.
Right.
I really like his character. I think he's such a great character. Such a good addition to the show. Very good for Rue. Someone that Rue
course.
desperately needed for sure during her whole story. And
Right.
another great interaction like between her and him is just like also similar to her mother, just like the ups and downs of being like he really didn't take onto it that quick. He was just like, look, if you keep talking shit, I'm out. Like that's it. Like
Right.
I'm not your
Right.
mom. I'm if you keep
Right.
talking trash, I'm out. Like that's it.
I feel like that was really Coleman Domingo's like real spotlight too. I feel like that was the first time a lot of people really saw him and kind of pushed him into like that superstardom was being a part of that show because he is just gives great performances anytime he shows up in that show.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, but all right, I think that's kind of it. Kat's a piece of shit. Cassie's also a
Yep.
piece of shit. Maddie's
Yep.
probably one of the biggest pieces of shit. Nate is the biggest piece of shit along with his dad. Rue is really not a piece of shit. She's just very lost and fucked up. And Jules is also kind of just lost and fucked up, but she is a little bit of a piece of shit. So really, in reality,
Everybody's
the
a
only
piece of
person-
shit.
except for Fezco and Lexi.
And Lexi,
Those are the
Fesco and Lexi are the only
Yeah.
two
Those are
like
the only two.
good young people in this entire show.
Right, and then in season 2, they start kind of cultivating a relationship that I would have imagined would have somehow been carried over into season 3, but unfortunately, that won't be the case because Angus passed away, which is sad.
Yeah.
And season 3, man, I'm excited for season 3, but it ain't gonna be the same without Fez and Ashtray too, because Ashtray died in season 2.
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna be the same without our favorite drug dealers, coming around and doing stuff. But-
Everybody's got their favorite drug dealers.
Right. So yeah. Other than that, though, it seems like that's the end of our episode here, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate y'all. Next week I'll probably be done with season 2, so we'll probably talk about season 2 as well.
Okay.
Mr. Dio, anything else you want to add to the episode before we close it out?
Shout out Ron Bass Jr. Shout out to
That's true.
WNRN as always.
Of course. Of course.
Our loyal sponsors.
We should be filming our next 4 episodes pretty soon, so that's gonna be pretty fun. For February, Mr. Theo's birthday, so he's got a little Theo's Choice episode in there, and he got to pick the review. So it's a Theo-centric month for February.
Theo month.
So if the episodes suck, that's why.
They're gonna be good episodes. They're
They
gonna be
are,
good.
They are. But yeah, with that, we will see y'all next week. We appreciate y'all.